Looking for a great time at the theater? Then you'll definitely want to check out Disaster the Musical.
Yeah, it's a parody of those cringe-worthy 1970s disaster movies mixed with memorable pop songs, including Signed, Sealed, Delivered, and Knock, Knock, Knock on Wood, and more. It's not to be missed, you guys. And star of Disaster, Adam Pascal, is here with us now, and welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me. Thank you.
Forgive my singing, but you can't help it. When you go to this show, I was telling you in the commercial break, you know, not only are you going to laugh out loud, which I did, but you're also going to sing along to all this great music. I mean, did I describe it accurately?
You did, absolutely. I mean, you know, every song in the show is a classic hit from the 1970s. Yeah. And when I first was told all of the songs that were in the show, I owned a copy of every one of those songs on some sort of large black disc that people used to listen to music to. Yeah. And again, you know, the audiences come, they recognize every song, they sing along, you know, and it's been a blast.
It's like a party every night.
It's like a party. And hearing the reaction from the audience every night is just fantastic. It fuels us on stage. You know?
Oh, well, it's been a few years since you've been back on stage on Broadway, too, since Chicago.
Yes.
So what was it about this project that kind of drew you back in?
Well, obviously the music was a big part of it, but also the creator, Seth Rudetsky, is a good friend of mine, and I'm a huge fan of him and his work. Yeah. And he's so funny, and he's just somebody that I always jump at the opportunity to work with. I've worked with him on different projects over the years, and this was an opportunity to do something on a larger scale with him. And also, so many people in the cast I'm friendly with also. Roger Bard, Kevin Chamberlain, Carrie Butler, all of these people I've known and worked with in various things over the years. And so this was, it's like summer camp with all your friends, you know.
Did you find out over text message that you got this job?
I did. Well, yeah, Seth texted me and said, you know, I'm doing this musical. Would you be interested in doing it? And I just immediately, I didn't even ask what it was. I just said yes. Exclamation point.
No audition necessary. I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you all have developed an interesting fan following. You know, you all do Fan Art Friday or something like that. Someone made Lego characters of each of the characters in the show.
You know, theater fans in general are really great. You know, and they always do things like that. They do lots of fan arts for every show that I've ever been in. And this one's no exception. And yeah, I just saw that. Somebody made a bunch of little Lego figures, not just of us, but they made Lego figures of us in the first act, and then Lego figures of us in the second act after the disaster, post-disaster,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, and this is a homecoming for you in two ways, because you're a New Yorker, so you're back here in New York, and this is the theater where you made your Broadway debut in Rent
20
years ago. So what was it like to go back there?
It was great. You know, it was. We have this alley outside in the back of the theater where, when we were doing Rent, everyone who came to visit us and came backstage would sign the wall, and the walls were covered in signatures of fans and celebrity fans and all of these great people, and they painted over it when I came back in, and all the walls were clean, and I was like, where's Meg Ryan, who misspelled a little word and then crossed it out and then rewrote it and misspelled it again? You know, like.
Well, speaking of Rent, you know, after the show and Disaster, you all do these great performances, and one of your co-stars from Rent, Daphne Rubin Vega, you all did a recreation of one of the songs from Rent, right?
We did, yeah. We did "Light My Candle," which was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, and it was just, again, a great homecoming to be able to be back on that stage with Daphne and sing that song.
Y'all do this after every show, not you and Daphne, but you bring...
Well, what's going on now is we are in the midst of a fundraising campaign for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, and we do it up until the end of April, and it culminates in what's called the Easter Bonnet Competition. And so all of the shows and touring shows collect money post-show every night to raise money for Broadway Cares. And so what Seth's idea was, let's get lots of people to come in and recreate their sort of like iconic songs. And so we do these post-show performances where we raise money. We invite the audience to bid on coming up on stage and being serenaded by whoever's there that night. So last night we had Matthew Morrison and Marissa Jarrett Winokur from Hairspray sing with Carrie Butler, one of our stars. And I've done a couple of things from Rent.
Rosie
O'Donnell came and sang a really funny song about Donald Trump. So and it's been really great, and it's raised a lot of money for Broadway Cares and raised a lot of awareness for Broadway Cares and their cause.
When you talk about your friend Seth, can we talk about these YouTube reconstructive videos that he does? Has he done one with you yet?
I don't know know if he's done one with me, but yeah, they're called deconstructions, and he breaks down people's like classic performances of certain songs,
like their vocal talent and how they hit certain notes and things like that.
And only Seth is able to hone in on the specifics of people's voices in such a funny and precise way.
Like Adina Menzel, Patti LuPone. He really, it's great to watch.
Yeah,
love that.
He's great.
He's got to do you next. Yeah. Well, Disaster the Musical is playing now until July, so visit disastermusical.com for tickets and more info. Adam, thank you for being here.
Thanks
so much.
Thank you.